Carl and Dan here from Games, Brains and a Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's reaction time. Bloodstock 2022 specifics, as I'm joined this time by, of course, Dan to go through some bands that he's picked off the lineup that he thinks are worth checking out. Some of them I may know. In this case, I'm not too familiar with. This is Guilt Trip on the Bloodstock website, described as a heavy metal crossover band from the UK in Manchester. A fairly newish, first release Unrelenting Force in 2016, but I've been pretty busy since then with lots of tours, and that's about all the information that Bloodstock's gone on. In fact, actually, it's one of the smallest parts. Normally in the Bloodstock page, if you open up the band thing, there tends to be a fair bit, a chunk of information. Guilt Trip has a paragraph, so I don't know why that is the case. What's your why Guilt Trip, Dan?
I don't know. They just I listened to them because I'd heard of them before and heard some good things. So I listened to them, saw they're on the Bloodstock lineup. I was like, fuck yeah, these guys are really cool. I've just been listening to River of Lies album, and this song stood out to me.
Well, this is the title track of that album. Yeah, they're down to play this Sunday on the Sophie Lancaster stage, currently third up in between Desert Storm and Scarlet Riot. And that's a really interesting little sort of section there for me, because you got Desert Storm and then you got Scarlet Riot, and there's two very different bands. So I'm quite intrigued to sort of see what how Guilt Trip fit in between them.
These guys kind of lean towards hardcore as well, I'd say.
Okay, well, if that's the case, that's going to be quite varied, quite a little bit of variety. All right, let's check it out in 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, they dress like they're hardcore. I swear I've seen the same outfit on a million different bands. About to kick off in it. Your man at the front in his Adidas tracksuit looks like he's ready to go.
Oh, I love it.
Man, it's heavy. Better orientated. Now we're getting fast. Now the pits go in. I have a picture in my head, you know, the stage. There goes the arms.
Oh, I'm so down.
Banging, man. Oh, they're not quite done yet. Shit!
Tempo change. China.
Yeah, that's banging. That's definitely got me quite interested in the sort of see it, because I was picturing it, because we know obviously the Sophie Lancaster stage quite freaking well, and I was picturing it particularly on a sort of Sunday, what looks to be, I'm trying to work at times, maybe around 12:30, 1 o'clock time by the look of it, but still only the third band on that stage, and it's Sunday morning as well, so there's going to be a lot of tired heads and tired people. So I reckon that will be quite an energy uptick, as it were, particularly seeing 30 minutes from this band play this stage. Yeah, I mean, it's hardcore metal, basically. It's got that crossover appeal in the sense that the riffs are really, really heavy. It's got a deeper, moodier sound than standard hardcore. It's not all about let's go fast and fast and fast and scream and shout and stuff like that, which is where that metal side comes through. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's just good metal, I think. Like, it's just good metal. It doesn't have to be life-changing.
That's it. Yeah.
I just want to chuck a couple spin kicks to it, you know?
Yeah, I think yeah, it hits a lot of those notes where you're kind of going to get that aspect to it. Like, you are right. It's not game-changing music. It's familiar. It's almost like a comfort blanket to a certain degree when it's just done really, really well. And you can enjoy it, and you know exactly the points and the beats when the pit's opening up and when you're going to get to swing your arms or kick your legs if you're that way inclined. All of that's going to be there, and you can spot it, and it's easy to follow along, and that's enjoyable because it is that way. And it's not the fact that I think it's like overtly simplistic music, because I ain't fucking doing that or anything like that. It's got right at the very end, you pointed it out, just a tempo shift right at the very end that was completely unnecessary. Didn't have to do it. It could have just followed that pattern and left the song go out that way, but it's just a little touch. It says, okay, all right, you've got a little bit more imagination. You've got a couple of different ideas that you knew to do something different there. It's just very, very heavy. And I'm fascinated to hear that live. So yeah, that's definitely a band making its way upwards for kind of looking forward to seeing.
Oh, definitely. And
I also go back to what I said, that makes me laugh even more now that they're in between Desert Storm and Scarlet Riot. That's great. If you know these bands, that's really interesting.
I don't, but I'm sure there'll be a juxtapose.
It's the joy of a festival, right? It's the joy of a festival, go from one to another. Put it this way, like, I can't imagine listening to Guilt Trip, and let's say all the music is similar to that, and it's that for 30 minutes. To then go to Scarlet Riot, who arguably are one of the lightest bands on the bill this year, being a kind of rock band more than a metal band in that aspect. And I am a big fan of Scarlet Riot. Lovely, lovely band as well. Go check out some interviews over on the site with them. So I've enjoyed them thoroughly. But yeah, it's really cool. And that's what I love, is the variety of Bloodstock, right?
Yeah, it's true. There's loads of new stuff to kind of try out and hear. And here's another one for any of the folks that like to chuck some shapes in a pit, you know?
Chuck some.
Yeah.
I
make him so angry with just the shit I come out with sometimes.
You don't make me angry. You don't make me angry. Because it's more the fact that I hear this stuff all the time, and it's just a repetitive nature of going chuck some shapes. It's just like, just go in a fucking pit. Just go in a pit, and that's the end of it, man. Remember, never forget, me and Brendan are very anti spin kicking and shit like that. But that's not for this video. So, you got any thoughts on Guilt Trip? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?